Hey Matt, what's happening? I know I said I'd do this last week, but it just kept getting bigger, and I come back to it. So this is update of, I guess my thought process about what we're doing these days for digital marketing. And I guess I would say in general, this is the internet marketing plan that I've got, just kind of a overall view, and every time I learn something new, I add it to it, like changes in the marketplace, and just different techniques and processes that are good. And so there's one for the website, one for offsite foundational, that's directories and such, Google, Facebook, and then the other one is although you have one for every single office, because each one is different. And then recurring, what is it called? Ongoing actions. And so that's all stuff that you can do on a regular basis to improve. So obviously every market, every customer is different. So essentially what I do is I look at where you are, I go over this list and figure out what is completely essential and what would be good for you to keep continuously improving. Not only ranking, but website conversion stuff. And then I look at how much time we spent over the month, and I charge you for that. So let's see. This is the current email. I'll put the video for this right here. And that's the internet marketing plan in case you want to review that. I have one specific for you, and I can send you that link too. Recent website. So these are over the last couple months. We did that review page. I think you saw that. Yeah, that was this. Remember before we only had the demand force reviews and then the Google reviews over here, so I added another column so we can get the health grades and the Yelp reviews. So it just looks pretty formidable when somebody goes to your reviews. And then we did the mobile static header. You remember that? Go to the mobile site and you can comment on that. So I know you've seen it. Meet the team area we did last month, and that was we got the images for everybody, and so updated that. And I removed the smile gallery. So right now I was talking to Lucy, and we just decided it was right here, so there is no more smile gallery. But the page is still there, ready to go. Monthly activities, and this is stuff that should do every month, just like stuff that needs to be done, not necessarily every month, but whatever. So weekly Google posts, this is really a new thing, and it's pretty important because it shows up on the search results. I've got a screenshot of this down here on the video. And so you just go in your Google Camp or your Google listing and then add these. And so we just take a page from the website, write a little bit about it, and link to it. And so it shows up not only when somebody is searching for you, but it's really, it's getting good marks. People who do testing and stuff say that Google uses it for keywords and such. And so it's really a best practice to improve rankings and visibility and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I've been doing and then we do that usually once a week, sometimes 3 times a month. But we do it for all 5 locations. So because each one of them has a Google listing. So WordPress updates, we got to always check that. Blog posts every few months. I think you've been seeing those. Google reviews on the website, so we need to update the number, because I did have this thing because it's so impressive that reviews that shows the number of Google reviews. Yeah, right here. So I think we need to do it again because I think you have 35 or 37 in Tampa. And Lutz, so we do that. Review response, email us. So, I wanted to show you Helen's email. Here it is. So this is something that Helen sent me. Just scheduled a new patient that said he chose us because we were the only ones who actually responded to their reviews. So it's just, I think it could really help you a lot, because you do such a good job of developing a relationship with your customer or your patients, and you know what you could say, of course without violating any HIPAA rules or anything like that, but you can make it really personal, and anybody who reads that, who's just trying to decide on a dentist, checking them all out, it can make a huge difference, I think, in your conversions. So that's something. And this is your actual internet marketing plan. And we have a tab called Review Responses where we write down the review and the person came from, and we update it every once in a while. And I think you've seen that sometimes I send them to you, and it gets to be a lot, but anything that we can do to come up with a system to get you these, and as easy as possible, have you, I could do an interview, a recorded interview, call you on the phone. I have a voicemail that you can call into if you just want to look at them one day and say, hey, let's mention something about this. I can have my writer write it up, so you don't really have to do much, but read them, comment a little bit on each review, and you could even do it on the way home or something. But I think that would help you out a lot. And I'm convinced that it helps ranking too. If Google knows that you're responding to reviews, it can only mean positive points in their eyes. So Google Listings Analytics, so we do this too. Here are all those. We keep track of the Google listings every month. And this is that. I linked to it from that email, but you can see we've done through May, and we just go through and they give you insights, they call them, but they're really just analytics visits on website visits from the Google Maps search views, so you can go through and see which, I guess obviously your busy times and which offices are improving or not improving. So that's that. Directory checks, of course, there's always stuff we can check for directories of all the 5 different locations, and should do a little more of that. Probably should. I'm working in a system to check, like, about 2 hours a month on directory improvements for all my customers. Citation building is similar. That's finding competitors, places they're mentioned on the internet, and seeing that if we can get the same listing or citation. And link building is much the same too, but that's just to have an actual link. Citation is when the name, address, and phone number is mentioned, and I guess even one of the others, or one of those is mentioned. But link building is when you actually have a link to your website, and that's more important. But citation building can still help, and we have tools where we can find citations too. Of course, the email changes and updates like this. It's taken a while, but it's been a good organization tool. So initiatives, this is what we could do to improve moving forward. Smile Gallery, I think we've talked to that. Lucy has all the information, but alright, so I actually found the video I did about the Smile Gallery in particular and added it to this email that you go watch. But this is what it looks like. This video is rolling right now on my computer, but this is what it looks like. It's got all those pictures of the progression, and there's case 1, case 2, case 3. So my only thing is, like, we just need something that says overbite, did this and this and this. So this video, you can watch it and get more information on that. Review system. Oh, I did develop a cool way to do reviews. I'm always playing with this and trying to get the best situation for everyone. Helen does use it, but I also figured out for a couple of my customers how to put it on the phone with an icon. So I'm going to develop it for you, so you'll have an icon on your phone. You can just pull it up and enter a name and an email address or a phone number, and then that'll set in motion the whole, for them to get all the links that they need to do a review. So it could just be like when you're talking to somebody, hey, will you leave a review? And then you pull it up and enter the stuff, and then you're done. So I'll let you know when I get that. We'll work on that over the next few weeks. Pictures for Google Maps. I need to get some of the internals of the offices, and you could do that, or I can do it. And of course, it would take more time for me, but that's big because Google wants to have pictures on the map, and you get points or whatever you want to call it for ranking. Review responses, talked about that already. Braces off promotional pictures like Albert. I just think that, again, with all the awesome relationships you build up, you could pull this off without much problem. Just when somebody's getting discharged, oh, it's not showing up. But Albert does an incredible job of posting it. Just when somebody, gets their braces off, take a smile picture, posing with him. And they do it on Facebook. We can figure out how to, not figure out, but we can put it on the website too, and then have a big long thing eventually of 30, 40, 70 people smiling with their braces off. So, and it couldn't be that hard. You just set up a little, you don't even have to set up anything. A matter of Lucy coming in and taking a photo every time somebody's braces come off. So, that's that. Fill out health grades. That's been a while. I still think that a really good health grades presentation is important, but that's been around for a while. SSL certificate is a security certificate. You can see, so this one is, see this HTTPS up there? That means secure. If you go to your site, I can't get it. Yeah, so here's your site, not secure. And this is something new. Media Temple does give you one for, not give you, but they will set one up for $79 a year. I had that written down. It could be a little different now, less, but it's going to be about that. And Google definitely wants everybody to do it. It's like one of the few things that they actually say specifically that affects SEO, but not extremely. We're not talking about a fire drill here, but anytime you want to do that, just say, yep, good to go, $75. I can just do it and put it on the site, and you'll be good to go. Facebook location. So yeah, now I'm an administrator. So what I need to do is, there's a way to put all the locations on Facebook, because Facebook is in the local search category now, or local search space, if you want to say that. And all those locations need to be on there, because right now only Tampa is, they only know about Tampa. So that'll be good. That could even affect Google rankings. Now I can embed Facebook reviews onto that review page. So that's on the list. Organize the Facebook menu. They're and fill in service on Facebook. So they really want you to build a website on Facebook these days. And I don't think it's going to have to be all that intricate, but we definitely should have all your services on there and talk about it a little bit with unique content on Facebook. So those are some of the things we'll be working on in the next few months. And everything highlighted is stuff that I need you to participate in order to do it. So, of course, like the Smile Gallery is pretty much on permanent hold right now, but it's ready to go if we could ever just sit down and do it. Review responses, again, I told you we could develop any kind of system. Braces off, you need to do that. And the health grades, we need that information. So that is where we are right now. Of course, definitely call me or anything if you have any questions, and we'll talk, okay? Have a good one.